Anyways, okay. Well, two random things that I thought about this week. Somebody asked me, this is going to sound so dumb. Somebody asked me this week, it was yesterday actually, do dogs get hiccups? And I was like, I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen a dog with hiccups.
And since you said that, Sully does something that's like hiccups, but it's not. He doesn't make a hiccup noise like we do as humans.
Right.
So he'll lay across me, and his chest it'll go.
Yeah.
But not for long. And
Yeah.
then it goes.
Because then what I was thinking about was like, you know, if I have the hiccups, I have the hiccups for a minute, 2 minutes, something like that, you know, hold my breath, whatever, they go away.
Yeah.
And I guess maybe I've seen like a dog like hiccup a time or two, but they've never had it for like a minute or something.
No, his is like 10, 15 seconds.
Right. Now, what I was thinking about was like reverse sneezing, you know, and like a lot of like the flat faced dogs get that, Bostons, Frenchies, Bulldogs, things like that. They'll get like reverse sneezes where they, I don't really know how to describe it. If you know, you know.
Yeah.
And,
Lenny used to do that.
Yeah. And so and that one's a pretty easy fix. You just like put your palm on their nose, they start breathing through their mouth and like everything's fine.
And then it corrects itself. Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, so I was just like, I don't know though. So then I looked it up and it's like, yeah, dogs do get hiccups. And I was like,
so Sully does get hiccups then.
Like, how have I been doing this 11 years?
You didn't know about hiccups. Yeah.
I was like, because it's pretty rare. Somebody asked me yesterday at an appointment too. They're like, do you ever have anybody like ever request anything like crazy? Like, I don't know, they want their dog to like open the toilet for them or something like that, or get a beer out of the fridge or something. And I was like, yeah, I mean, kind of, but like I always tell people like, but I was saying that to say, it's pretty rare I come across a question where I'm just like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know the answer to that at this point. And so I had to Google it and I was like, turned out dogs do get the hiccups. So,
yeah, so Sul gets hiccups.
That's just a funny one. And you might be watching this if your dog trainer be like, you're stupid. You don't know what you're talking about. Well, I just didn't know. Okay.
Well, actually, it shows that you never stop learning something.
That's true. I'm also willing to say I don't know something if I don't know it. So,
Yep.
Now, I hadn't fully flushed this idea out this morning, but I was walking this morning, and I'm walking by myself on the green line, and I was thinking to myself, I was thinking about whenever we get a puppy, and me and Paige, and we get a puppy, and then we're doing like training with it and stuff. But when we start using a remote collar, like how that'd work. Because if like if the remote's on the counter downstairs, but she's upstairs, like, but needs it, like, how do you do that? And so I was thinking to myself, I was like, I wonder what it would be like to have a remote collar with two different remotes, like one for each person in the house to like kind of keep on them or keep near them. I've never heard of that. I don't know if that's an option or possible, and I was also trying to think about too, like what could be the disadvantages of that. And I guess somebody like maybe having theirs like higher or not knowing how to use it as well, or accidentally pressing a button if it's in their pocket or something like that. So there might be some disadvantages to it as well. But I was thinking like for just like your regular, like, you know, couple, like where they're, you know, split throughout the house or whatnot and the collar's on the dog, like if there's only one remote, like if y'all are like, if me and Paige are going on a walk with the dog, it's like, she doesn't need one. I've got the remote. So it's it's fine. But like if we're split in like different levels of the house or different sides of the house, or she's outside, I'm inside, or vice versa or whatnot, like having that might be a good option. I don't know. I just, like I said, I've never heard anybody mention that or talk about that or.
No, because we've always had two dogs with two collars, but one remote.
Right.
And so.
Which also, you could say the same thing here too.
So,
like, I know that there are some units, like I feel like maybe you got one a long time ago, or maybe we skipped out one and bought you a different one, but there are some units that you can buy like a finger receiver for.
I've got that one.
You do have that one?
Yeah.
Okay. You must have two then. Because you have
I've got the finger remote and the normal.
Okay. Anyways, but yeah, I was thinking about that today too. I'm like, because they have the ones that you have like the finger clicker for, where it just looks like a ring and you can press the button and the button will send whatever's on the remote to the dog. And so you can either tap it or hold it. But anyways, just something I was thinking about today.
I think you have to have the remote near the clicker though, from what I remember.
Yeah, I don't know.
But
I don't know. But anyways,
there's got to be a way that you can do that.
I'm not even necessarily looking to do it. I was just wondering about it. Like, Has a
Yeah.
collar company ever thought about that? And if they have thought about it and they didn't do it, there's clearly some disadvantages that I am missing.
Yeah.
There's some
Yeah.
disadvantages that I'm missing. So, anywho, all right, we got to get going. This is going to sound so dumb. Somebody asked me this week, it was yesterday actually, do dogs get hiccups? And I was like, I don't know.
And
I don't think I've ever seen a dog with hiccups.
And since you said that, Sully does something that's like hiccups, but it's not. He doesn't make a hiccup noise like we do as humans.
Right.
So he'll lay across me and his chest. It'll go.
Yeah.